Up next, we'd like to tell you more about the DARPA ARC, Advanced Research Concepts, which are designed to explore and seize the potential within emerging fields of scientific inquiry to result in game-changing technologies for national security. Please welcome Jess Resnick and Innovation Fellow James Ferlez to the stage.
Thank you, Senna. As Jen mentioned, you're going to start hearing about a lot of specific funding opportunities for the next portion of our agenda. And one of them that we really wanted to take an opportunity to showcase for you is the advanced research concepts. And there's no one here better to do that than you, James, as an innovation fellow. So we're so excited to hear about this opportunity from you directly. And let's start at the high level. What is the Advanced Research Concepts Initiative, and how does it differ from other DARPA funding opportunities?
So the Advanced Research Concepts Initiative, and in particular the funding opportunity with the same name, was started in parallel with the Innovation Fellowship a little over 2.5 years ago. And the idea was to explore blue sky innovative research questions, but on very short horizons and taking many different approaches to solving a particular question.
Excellent. So as you think about how ARCs are situated within the ecosystem of DARPA funding opportunities, right, what are the primary goals of ARCs and how do they contribute to that overall mission?
So as I mentioned, the ARCs are intended to really explore a single question from many different approaches. And the idea is to get early feedback about the feasibility or possibility of really truly innovative and blue sky ideas that may or may not pan out. And so in that way, it's very much complementary to the rest of the DARPA ecosystem.
So one of the things that's unique here too, and I want to make sure we spend a little bit of time on this, is really the application process. So for folks who are thinking about how to get started, what does it look like to apply for funding through the ARCs?
So the ARCs are also different from typical DARPA programs in that they're open for longer, usually several months. And this is on purpose, in part, to allow people to resubmit. And the actual application process starts with a very brief abstract, which we like to think you should be able to write fairly quickly. A week or a weekend should be enough if you have a good idea. And after we review those abstracts, if you're invited, you'll provide a 30-minute oral presentation. That oral presentation and the slides you submit after that are your full proposal. And that's really it.
So no complex written tech volume that's 40 pages and super dense. All right,
that's
great.
Right, yeah.
Okay, excellent. What are the criteria you're looking for when you evaluate those proposals?
So as with everything at DARPA, defer to the solicitation. But in general, we're really looking for innovative ideas. At the core, that's what we're interested in with the ARCs in particular. We really want new approaches, new ideas, new techniques to answer the question of the particular ARC.
Absolutely. All right. So one of the things that is noted on the screen here for folks as you're starting to take a look at the specific funding opportunity are that you typically fund multiple ideas within a single topic. Could you talk some more about what the volume looks like for each ARC?
So the ARCs vary a little bit, but as you can see on the slide, sort of nominally we target about 30 different performers on each ARC. And as I mentioned, that's to get a very diverse span of techniques and ideas and approaches to address the ARC question.
Excellent. And then how can people identify the topics that are open? Where can they go to learn about what's currently available?
So as with everything at DARPA, open ARCs have a solicitation on sam.gov. These are exploratory announcements, so they're EAs, not BAAs. But you can also find information on all of the ARCs at darpa.mil/ARC.
Excellent. So one of the things that makes ARCs unique is that they're overseen by the Innovation Fellows like you. Can you tell us a bit more about the Innovation Fellow program and who's eligible for that?
Certainly. So as I mentioned, the Innovation Fellows program was started in parallel with the ARC funding opportunity. And that's because their primary job as Innovation Fellows is to develop, that is, come up with the ideas and the structure of the solicitations and manage these. And so the Innovation Fellowship is open to recent PhD grads in the civilian space and also active duty military personnel. That's sort of another unique aspect of it. I have colleagues who are were civilian postdocs before they showed up, and colleagues who have been active duty in the Marine Corps, for example, for 10 years or more. And the idea, our main job, as I said, is to develop and manage these advanced research concepts.
So for those of you out there who might be interested in the program, or maybe you have PhD students you're supervising who could make really great candidates for innovation fellowships, we're headed into a break soon. I think there's one more session standing between you and our next networking opportunity, and James will be available. So make sure that you touch base with him if it's something that you're interested in learning more about. With a little bit of time that we have left, what advice would you offer for people who are putting together a response to an ARC opportunity?
So as I said before, and I'll just emphasize again, we really are looking for new ideas and new approaches. We're not as interested in incremental things, even if they are perhaps novel. We really want truly unique and new ideas.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Be sure to catch him on the networking break to learn more, and we'll turn it over to our next session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jess and James.